A lunch date invitation that seemed perfectly innocent took a sharp turn towards chaos and uncertainty. The car glided into the compound, carrying Lucy and Sean, two young lovers who had connected through an online dating site. Sean, the charming host, had invited Lucy to his lavish house for a night together. The sun was shining brightly on that fateful afternoon, illuminating the splendor of Sean's homestead. Lucy was immediately captivated by the grandeur that surrounded her. She couldn't help but wonder how such a young man could have amassed such immense wealth. As her eyes wandered around, Sean gently nudged her, indicating that it was time to explore. One particular feature of the property arrested Lucy's attention: a vast, sparkling blue swimming pool, its surface glistening with the sun's reflection. The house itself was a work of art, meticulously painted with an elegance that drew the admiration of all who laid eyes on it. Exiting the car, Sean proudly showed Lucy around the compound. It was a moment of pure bliss for her, and they embraced each other, their promises of love and commitment flowing freely. The interior of the house matched the exterior in opulence, boasting lavish furnishings. Expensive seats coated with silver and gold exuded a sense of luxury, while the utensils, some adorned with a delicate layer of gold and others crafted from fine silver, further emphasized the decadence of the setting. Lucy felt like she had won the lottery in finding a wealthy partner like Sean. The magnitude of her fortune filled her heart with excitement and joy. Eagerly, she prepared a delightful supper for the two of them, which they enjoyed in each other's company. As time flew by inexorably, the next day arrived, and Sean discreetly escorted Lucy back to her home, avoiding any unwanted encounters with her parents. Days turned into weeks, and eventually, a beautiful Saturday brought with it a lunch invitation from Sean. Thrilled by the prospect, Lucy eagerly agreed to join him. As usual, Sean arrived to pick her up from a spot near her home, and together they ventured towards his mansion. Sean excused himself momentarily to freshen up, leaving Lucy waiting expectantly for their lunch outing. However, as she anxiously awaited his return, a sudden wave of nausea washed over her, leaving her feeling dizzy and ill. Frightened by this unexpected turn of events, Lucy rushed to the restroom, her mind plagued by worrisome thoughts. The possibility that she might be pregnant loomed large in her mind. She found herself hesitating, afraid of confessing her fears to Sean. The thought of returning to her parents in such a vulnerable state sent shivers down Lucy's spine. Instead, she decided to wait for Sean and break the news to him about her illness and the potential pregnancy. In her mind's eye, she envisioned Sean, who had promised her the world, brimming with happiness upon hearing the news. Joyfully, she began to whistle to herself, announcing herself as an expectant mother. Thoughts of escaping school and leaving behind her troublesome parents brought her immense relief and excitement. Just as Sean emerged from the bathroom, his ears caught fragments of Lucy's self-conversation. Fear consumed him instantly. But before he could process the strange encounter, his phone rang. Lucy hurriedly approached the device, curious to see who was calling. It displayed a new private number, leaving her torn between answering or waiting for Sean to return. Assured that it was probably one of his friends or work associates, she cautiously picked up the call. Silence lingered for a few seconds, amplifying the tension in the room. Sensing the urgency, Sean darted towards the phone and ended the call abruptly. His eyes bore into Lucy's with a mixture of curiosity and apprehension, leaving her wondering what secrets he held and what lay ahead for their troubled lunch date. In this thrilling story, we find ourselves immersed in a tense situation. Sean had just entered the room to change, while Lucy anxiously awaited his return. But in an instant, everything changed. A message suddenly appeared on Lucy's phone, and it was from her mother. The message delivered shocking news. Sean was a wanted criminal, constantly pursued by the relentless police. As the weight of these words settled in Lucy's mind, she was startled by a knock on the gate. Her emotions swirled. In a whirlwind of confusion and fear, her instinct drove her to call Sean, desperately seeking answers. However, to her dismay, Sean did not answer the phone. Meanwhile, the knocks grew louder and more threatening, almost as if they could shatter the very foundation of her world. Without a moment to spare, Lucy rushed with urgency to the bedroom where Sean was getting dressed for their upcoming event. She searched frantically, leaving no corner untouched. But Sean was nowhere to be found. Panic set in as she helplessly ran across the room, her heart racing. Suddenly, a deafening bang reverberated throughout the homestead. As the gate collapsed under forceful impact, Lucy's senses heightened. The sound of rapid footsteps drawing closer to the room. Consumed by fear, she fell to her knees and raised her trembling hands in surrender. Her thoughts whirred, anticipating the worst. In an instant, the door was violently breached, and a group of police officers stormed in, their guns aimed and ready to fire. The sight sent shockwaves through Lucy's body, almost causing her to lose consciousness. Accused as the first suspect for supposedly aiding Sean, Lucy was arrested, her world spiraling into a nightmare. While Lucy was ensnared by the police, the other officers thoroughly searched every nook and cranny of the building, desperately hoping to find Sean. But despite their exhaustive efforts, Sean remained elusive, nowhere to be found. To be continued. If you're captivated by this heart-pounding story, be sure to subscribe to our channel and hit the notification bell icon. Stay tuned for part 2, where the thrilling journey continues. If this story has touched you, please leave a like and share your thoughts in the comments section. Your support means the world to us. Thank